Flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Meeting of order. Okay. I'll make a motion to approve the agenda.
I'll second that.
Okay, any discussion? If not, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion passed.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes of February 6th, 2024, with the exception of. I printed it out, Selena. And they actually printed some of this stuff twice. There's a paragraph that's printed twice in the minutes. I'll hand it down to you so they know, just so they can correct it.
For February 6th.
Yes, that's correct. It basically, they write the paragraph, motion by Ball, second by Maine to approve Louisa Communications application for approval of construction.
Okay,
They wrote it twice.
okay.
You want to hand that down to her?
Okay. Oh. I'll second that. Any more discussion? Thank you. And what I signed was the January 24th.
Call for a vote, Brad.
Yeah, I'm hanging on.
Oh, okay, okay.
There's no 6 hard copies in here. It's all January 29th. That's what I was asking. So we'll hear.
I'm on the 6th.
Yeah, that's what I have in a paper copy, but I didn't have a hard copy.
No, this is what's going to the minutes.
yeah.
Yeah, and then,
You'll sign the 6th next to. Yeah,
and then right here's,
that's the 9th.
yeah.
We had 2 meetings.
And were those in here?
Yeah,
Were those,
That's the correct, if you go to page 2, Lena, on that one, that's one I printed. That highlighted area is the double paragraph.
to approve, yeah, right here it was, it's communications.
okay, so the one she sent, okay, so I'll, have her correct.
I'm
those
gonna put
and
an arrow on that.
Yeah,
And then we had a meeting for also February 9th. Okay, any more discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. You guys seen the February 9th?
Minutes? No.
I'm trying to sort out.
Okay, I'll make a motion to approve. Well, it's not on the agenda.
no, those are just
It's just a
for
work session.
Brad to review.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are just to be reviewed and
Okay.
they'll be on the agenda next week.
Yeah, okay.
Kind of thrown into it.
No, that's okay.
You testing us?
Yep. Okay, meetings attended.
There was a lot of meetings, but I'll just boil it down into a quick little nutshell. Public Health met yesterday on budgets. They did a wonderful job. They have managed to get 10% plus out of the budget. Some good things actually came out of this. They found an area where they can get vaccines at no cost, where previously we were had to pay for them. They can get them at no cost, but they can still charge that admin fee. So without what we're going through right now, we would have never investigated that. So that would be an ongoing thing forever now. So that's a great thing that happened. And conservation met and they worked very hard on theirs as well. I do believe we come in at about 9.5, 9 3/4. So wasn't easy, but they did it, and I was very thankful for them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the two big ones, I guess, at this point.
And you went to the farmers, or the
Yeah,
Farm
yeah,
Bureau.
Farm Bureau, yeah, I'll let you guys fill that one in.
Went to Farm Bureau. Paul's working on a meeting with the unions yet this week. Well, they've got a new person and it's getting hard to do.
Anything else?
That's it.
I also was at the Farm Bureau meeting. I thought it went really well. A lot of good questions. What, a couple hours probably?
Hour and a half, yeah.
Adam was also there, and I want to thank him for coming in. We had a meeting with Waco Development Wednesday, and I had a meeting Tuesday. But I think we got some land sold south of town, and hopefully get some businesses there. That's it. Like I said, worked on the budget off and on all weekend. Yeah. Ongoing. Thank you. Okay, any input? I didn't see any payroll changes. The ambulance report is going around.
Yeah, I have that. They did quite a few calls last month. I do see that their report at the end, they're in the black, which is good. According to their budget, they're in the black 10% or so. It's nice to see. You see so much red anymore that it's nice to see black ones.
And they've been doing really consistent. Like
Yeah.
black. And did you just mention their calls?
77, right? 77.
Average is usually 45, 86.
Yeah, a little over one a day. This is definitely deep into two a day, two and a half-ish a day. I know that was one morning that I heard my pager go off 4 times before 7 a.m. So
They ain't all at after 8 o'clock.
yeah, it was pretty good.
There were 16 no transport, so,
Yeah.
but. Still a lot of calls if you
Yeah.
take that off.
Yeah.
Yeah, most of the time on no transport, you still do all the fundamentals.
Oh, yeah, you still go there, you still do yeah, you just don't drive to Burlington or the city.
You're still there for
Yeah.
an hour or two.
Yeah.
Yep.
And it's not just 1 or 2 people getting out of bed. You usually send 1 pen, so there's 3 or 4 more out of that one, and
Probably got 7 on the call.
yeah.
Okay. Brian, is there, I don't like getting too ahead of our schedule. Is there anybody coming in on the FEMA buyout?
Nope, just me to give you some information.
There's nobody
You know.
contacted or anything?
No,
Is that somebody that's with the FEMA? No, okay.
Let's just give it about 5 minutes. And just get a little closer.
Want to do the benefits?
Yeah, let's do that, 11.
Okay.
I don't know if I have, I really know, did I? No, did I? Yes, I did.
I hope you do. I haven't seen that.
Yep, so here.
Come on, Chair.
There's a big packet there. So you guys got a little reading. Maybe we can call Adam also too and get him in here or please. I don't know. Too busy. Maybe phone number 2.
You want me to? I can call, okay.
Yeah, sometimes we get a little early. People show up. We're not going in before.
Yeah, it's good. She has some public input. Okay.
Hey, you wanna come in a little early? Okay. Okay, see you in a little bit. Bye. Good morning.
You have some public input or anything?
Corey, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I didn't know if you were talking to me or the rest of the individuals here on the camera, but I can see everybody looking up, so I know you're looking at something.
Yeah, do you have any input?
No, I just wanted to welcome myself to your meeting this morning. I've been watching you on YouTube since December, so I know your faces. I just haven't met you yet in person. I'm excited to be with Louisa Development Group, and I've been coming across all the projects you guys have been working on this last year with having the position open, so I can't wait to see what we can do together this first year.
Okay, sounds good. Welcome.
Thank you so much.
Adam's coming in just right here.
Okay. That is a pack of paper.
Good reading.
Oh.
So there will be a test after.
Well. There's a. Talk about good reading. Did they talk to him about wanting to regionalize public health? Did you get? to
There
read-
was some light discussion about that.
Did you get to read the 180-page
No.
report?
I did not.
Oh, come on.
I didn't read it, but I've seen it, but I didn't.
And before Roxanne left, she had kind of talked about it a little bit too, but.
Yeah.
It has to be getting close because now that when they had stroke, they didn't use public health, they used Angel Care out of Quad Cities, and I thought that was kind of weird. For coming up and check on a nurse and then they had.
So how is that gonna affect us?
It'll affect Louisa County, but we won't just have hands-on, and I don't know what we do for the cleaning part and taking care of the housekeeping and the bathing and stuff like that, that's what's gonna hurt.
Was. Supposed to make sure that all counties have
Consistent, same.
consistent same service.
That's what I read.
I don't think it will affect what we're doing. Everybody probably just didn't know the raise without having mental health.
I don't know if they absorb them, I don't know. I don't know how
I
that
will
works.
talk to the director and I'll try to get some information on.
Who's the gal now that was out of, or was it Washington? That so I think she got promoted up the county.
Cinta?
Yeah,
Yeah, she's still
he
there.
would probably be the one that has.
Well, I'll talk
Yeah.
to our local person and then she can move
Yeah.
up the chain. I don't wanna stomp on people's toes.
With Russ. On Wednesday, we're having. The executive board's having a meeting on it, cause you know, Russ is a part of public health, and environmental health. And he does have the masters in public health.
I guess I didn't realize it was that far along. All the information I got was kind of like, oh, it might, we don't know, and.
Last Thursday, they released something.
And it's all part of mental health. Isn't it?
It will be
Direction.
financed by DHS, yes.
Interesting. Okay. Well, I'll ask some questions. We'll see what we can come up with. So this is our automatic renewal for our health insurance type stuff, right?
And it's partially funded, yeah.
So the cliff notes here, I would assume nothing has changed. I don't see any highlighted or underlined or red stuff.
No,
I
rates
know.
are staying the same.
Rates are the same.
It's just that third party partial self-funding
Right.
requires a lot of documentation.
Okay.
It's be 3 signature spots.
Well, I guess. Hmm.
See 3 tabs and
Read just a signature, title and name. I would assume the chair is gonna take care of that.
The chair.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
That's
all.
part of being the chair, signing your life. 3 times every document.
Okay, so do I have a motion to sign the renewal of the Midwest Benefits Partial Self-Funded?
So moved.
Second.
Second, any discussion? Not all in favor?
Aye.
Motion passed.
I made the motion.
Thank you. Maybe we can do one just a little before, well, okay.
Yeah. Morning.
Morning, guys.
Morning.
Morning.
Adam, you're
You got a gun, what are you talking?
Have a little bit on.
Okay, Barney.
Taking more.
My
kids love that show.
Oh, really?
It's great, yeah, so. All right, secondary roads getting kind of back to normal, you know, it's almost all this. Know what's going on, we're out doing some blading and getting potholes taken care of. Did a little bit of rocking, but normally holding off to kind of end of the month, so if we can look ahead, we're not gonna be any. No, we can get back to rocking. Been doing, lots of trees and, doing some clearing and things like that, so. Chris, I do need to talk to you at some point, we're gonna be doing that ridge down by your property there, we need to get a couple of trees moved if we can, but.
Okay.
Well. Like about that personally, I guess, so. I'm doing that, I got the new mechanic in, and we're learning the ropes, I guess. We got that job opening, I'm gonna kind of take in applications and maybe wait to get through some things before we do anything there, so. Other than that, we've been to some classes and courses and things like that, federal aid classes and stuff like that, it's quite dry, so. Other than that, I went to the Farm Bureau meeting last week and talked to them kind of about our. Big thing is unfunded mandates, right, on. Having to replace bridges due to the change in weight. Restrictions and all that, and not really getting a lot of money to. Deal with that, I think I misspoke at that, I said we get that 10,000 a month, but it's actually 10,000 a year, so. Replacing an $800,000 bridge with.
It's still
With that
underfunded regardless of
Yeah.
however. it's
Yeah,
funded,
yeah,
it
yeah,
works
yeah,
the other
yeah.
way.
So anyway,
You powder coated it.
It's all right.
I got home and I'm like, oh crap, I misspoke on that, so.
About 800 years old.
Yeah, so. Other than that, not a whole heck of a lot going on, Well, we are working on plans on that, bridge on the K Road and that, G28 X14 overlay up in, Oakland, township, I guess, so.
Speaking of roads, apparently there was a big press conference and they're causing 11 miles around Wapello.
The DOT has not officially told me that. We were in the budget meeting last week and I got 2 calls and I'm sitting here and I got a call from Taylor Collins. Basically, the cost of all the bridges and all that is way more than expected, which yes,
Could have told them that.
in inflation has hit paving and bridge construction and all that, and frankly, there's more work than there are contractors. That drives up the cost, and then you're also dealing with a lot of wetlands and a lot of ridges and all that. I mean, it's the reason why we're last. I heard some squabbling about the county asking for more things and this and all that, and I reiterated the point that we're not really asking for anything extra. We're just asking to be treated as the rest of the route has been on, there's ag grade intersections all throughout this thing. Not sure why Wapello couldn't have the second one and all that stuff.
Just asking questions.
Because, we've been,
Well, appreciate being asked questions, I guess.
yeah.
And it kind of came out that Bob might have misspoke. I heard that through the grapevine, so
So, well, I don't know.
can't take it back.
It's been said.
Well, and I just, from
from my perspective, you have a project and you get people that want it done and people who are like, oh, it's gonna cost too much and.
It's gonna get cheaper.
And Yeah. his position, right, he's got people on both ends and all that, so it's. There's reason why not everybody has a job, so.
And they also, I heard that possibly they might do it in stages, like one lane. I heard some of that
Yeah.
too, so.
So, well, if the DOT wants to know how the river reacts, then maybe they need to come down here and talk to people that live here their whole life and they can tell them.
You would think they would talk to us
You know?
before they had a press release.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that was Taylor Collins's biggest thing was.
Yeah.
There was no representation from the Louisa County.
There.
Said.
Yeah, we weren't invited and all that, so. But, we're kind of used to people making legislation without talking to the people it affects, so.
Another unfunded mandate.
Mhm.
We'll have to build it next.
Yeah, so. Any questions for me or anything going on out there, should we know, be aware of? Yeah,
On that front, anyway.
Well,
well, just hang.
Yep.
Hang out here until then.
Okay, Brian, we're close enough now. I think we can do it safely.
I just wanted to bring up your attention. I got a letter from the state of Iowa Homeland Security specifically talking about a FEMA program. It's a continuation of flood mitigation. And for instance, over the years, you guys have survived buyouts from the major floods. Well, then after cumulative time is that there's still 3 properties in the Louisa County that would qualify for a buyout because of severe repetitive loss against their national flood insurance program. And so it's been a long time since we've had water to these properties, but nonetheless, the information is and the data is that they qualify because of that.
Every time they buy a property out, that we don't get taxes anymore on that property.
Right. And so, I called them back, that they gave to us in short notice, said the application deadline would be
Tell them to leave our county alone.
April. I asked them 2 questions, I say, because the players would be, how much, the homeowner would want to know, how much would I get? And the county is going to say, how much would it cost us, type of thing. And so first of all, the county can opt not to participate in this buyout, but then the homeowner then could still move forward, but they would have to pick up the county's, the local 15% of this application. So they would get, for the homeowner, they would get fair market value for their property. And then they would have to pay 15% of the local match. And in this application for a particular homeowner, that application also includes the demolition of the property. So they're gonna take 15% less on the property value plus participate in the demolition of it. So it's a no-brainer, but I just think that they need to hear the information about their property. That was my recommendation.
Properties are down in the Muscatine bottoms.
So we have 2 and people, 3 properties involved. One of them is an old dilapidated cabin, but 2 of them are current residents. People are living there. I'm pretty sure that they would not want to move and tear down their house and lose money doing it. But, and so I just wanted to see what your thoughts were about me contacting people. Let them know there is a program, but
Well, you can contact them, but yeah, I'm not a FEMA fan on buyouts.
yeah. I think once they hear the numbers, they realize that, no, I'm not gonna lose 50% of market value plus help pay to tear it down.
Cause then we have to maintain it. We lose our taxes on. it.
Yeah.
And we never can sell it. So where's it good for us?
Where's the win?
Yeah, where's
Yeah.
the friendly for us?
And it's not even a win for the homeowner, but I just felt off
No,
to say,
nobody
if
wins.
they're on a report, I should probably let them know that they're on a report.
Some of the problems we got into is so many FEMA buyouts that we're still taking care of and don't get a penny off of it.
Well, and it would be nice if there was some sort of program to convert those to agricultural use or grazing cattle or something like that. So something useful, but there's really not, there.
or sell them with a deed restriction.
That they
Yeah.
can't build on, can't do
Yeah.
that.
There's people,
Or building above.
Camping spots or
Some of
something.
them, yeah.
there's people standing in, kind of wanting some of them if we could ever let them loose.
Yeah, that was our last comment to say, just so you know that if they were to move forward with this, we would never be able to use a property ever again.
Right.
And so they reiterate, that's still a stand. But
That's a messed up deal.
I just wanted your thoughts about it. You just contacted me, here was this program, here's what it would cost you. And I'd let them make that decision.
Right.
I think it's no brainer.
It's, yeah, an easy decision to make, but they've got to make it.
Yeah.
They can be sure.
No problem.
Okay, that's all I was gonna,
Thank you.
I'll move forward and let you know.
All right.
Okay.
Hey, Kurt. Okay. Yeah, we had Sean, about 2018, we had a Missouri flooding, terrible, devastating. It was like that. And they came up here and wouldn't know about FEMA, and when they left here, I think they went against FEMA. It's just, you can't get anything back.
He's got a whole bunch of national parks that national parks don't do any well.
That's right.
Right, I think the way they handled things down in Oakville was a little bit because of learning from it.
Yeah.
Right? They're doing some things with those properties, unlike
Well,
the 93 floods.
yeah, the FEMA stuff we're stuck with was the 93 flood.
Mhm.
Homeland Security took over the 08 flood and we got to sell them properties with deed restrictions.
Different office, yeah.
There's no free lunch.
Well, the FEMA property in Oakville, we had to spend like $2,800 cutting trees because they was falling down on a neighbor's house.
This year. We did it 2 years, 3 years ago.
Yeah, there's all kinds of that up on the island, down Old Elric. I mean, there's all kinds of
Yeah.
little oddball spots.
Maybe we ought to send it over.
Yeah, right.
Good luck with that.
Perfect. Welcome.
Good morning.
Morning.
We've got 23 open claims that I'm working. A lot of those are the status is unknown because a lot of the veterans don't come in and let me know if they were denied or awarded compensation. So I'm working on getting what's called a PIV card. Allows me to go into VBMS, which is the system that VA uses to manage all those things. And that was a absolute failure on Friday. Trying to get that card. I spent the entire day in Des Moines. Because they told me to come up and they failed to do some things on their end, so I have to go back up. And I'm waiting on an email and call to tell me when I can go back up and get it. I talked to their department head and let them know that it cost the county about $500 for me for that day with mileage and salary. And I can give you guys the phone number.
Are they gonna fix the problem for next year?
So the problem for them was they said that they couldn't see it. Someone had created two accounts or applications for a card, and they can't see that there are more than one until they go to print. And they couldn't print since it was a new card until I was up there and had gone through the process of doing the fingerprints. But yeah. Again, I can get you that phone number, and I'm also working on getting that person's boss's phone number. As far as budget goes, I'm down to 27% remaining. Next major expenditure will be the NAC VSO conference, and that will probably bring me very close to being spent for the year. It's not until the end of middle of May, as it is. Outreach, we've got 75 plus contacts into the office or out of the office. I've been to one home this last month, 2 visits with veteran service organizations, VFW and American Legion in Junction. At least 22 people have been into the office since then. One nursing home visit, that was Roger Charbonneau's birthday, was it was a big hit. Everybody had a good time, and Taylor Collins.
Yeah, Taylor's there. Yeah.
We've got 28, we're down a couple of nursing home residents. And then for another outreach event, I was asked by the VFW here in town to put on an educational informative class that we've done in the past. I reached out to the other county offices here in this building and across the street to see if they would like to participate in as well. And instead of doing the target audience just veterans, open it up to all community members, because I know that people don't know what they don't know. And there are lots of things that the folks in these 2 buildings, 3 buildings, when you include public health, that the services are available for them. It was met with a lot of interest from the other offices, so that they would like to participate as well. It's the date will be sometime in April. And looking to do the VFW and maybe the other legions will host some sort of snack event to go along with it. It'll be at the Briggs Center. And I talked to the VFW about this last night. They would like to see it not during the day, but I told them if they look to do it outside of daytime work hours, you're probably gonna lose the other offices. So at least some of them, just from timing and hours. And then I've been working with Katie Hammond for the last week or so to publish an article about the changeover from Adam to myself, and then some of the events that we've hosted that should be finished this week and then coming out. As far as assistance, soldiers relief assistance, $1,039 with $895 to utilities and $144 to food. Ron Charbonneau birthday party for other assistance, and then also last night, with you all are aware that Wes Shutt is in the hospital, or is in the nursing home recovering from his procedure. He was the lead on getting the county Purple Heart. I'm not sure if there's been any progress with that, with his situation. I mentioned it last night to Hummel, who was the second on that nomination, and told him that if they want to do it in May, that we need to be getting on it, that they need to be getting on it and getting it contacted through. There is an expense for the county signs, and they are gonna have to figure out how that's gonna go. I don't know if they'll ask for the county assistance or if they'll do some sort of fundraising event. I'm not sure.
Chuck, I'll get with you on the signs. I've got them mocked up and ready to go. I just need to do some applications to get them on the DOT hacklist. So now we were also a home base. So I know at one spot we got those signs, and I think they're gonna let us put up a second sign, but at some point they're getting a little heavy on signs too. So
Yeah.
But yeah, I can give it to you on that.
Can we utilize the same
Post? Yep.
So, 2 requests this week, 3 requests last week for trips to Iowa City next week. And then the training and travel PIV card, again, I have to go back up at some point. The Iowa County Veteran Service Officer Spring School in Des Moines. And then that will be offered virtually and in person. And then the NACVSO conference that I've already got the registration and everything else taken care of. The reason these things are important is I have to have X number of continuing education hours. I'm not a fan of it, but it is national requirement. So, and then the next meeting I have with my commission is this Thursday. Any questions? Oh, sorry, I have notes here as well. I think I talked to you last time about the bill that was being pushed through about the training budget. There were 2 options. One was adding $3,000 to the grant, making it a total of $13,000. That one's kind of fallen off to the side. The one that's likely to go through is that they are going to dog ear the $3,000 from our 10,000, up to $3,000 of the $10,000 grant that has to be spent on training. There are some counties that don't allow their CDSOs to go to any training. And so they have to figure out their CEDUs another way. That's the last thing I have.
Excellent. Any questions, gentlemen? Nope. Thank you.
April, they would like to invite you guys as well to the spring event.
Yes,
So
thank you.
my pleasure.
All right, Leah. Is anybody else coming up on this? Are you okay to go early? We're about 25 minutes early. Do you know anybody else coming into it?
Your update.
Oh, no.
Okay, let's just go ahead and get started.
Okay. I don't have a whole lot. I did bring you, this is the HHS, it's some alignment data. Do you want another one? Quick snapshot from the state. So 2 months ago, I think I came to you guys and presented the community health assessment. So this is kind of the state of Iowa's also version of doing a community health assessment, but they do it for this whole state. They kind of gathered the data and then gave us snapshots of each county. So it's two-sided. Again, identifies the biggest takeaway for me was the mental health takeaway again, which we already had identified on our community health assessment, already something that's kind of in our thoughts and working on stuff for our health improvement plan. A lot of the averages they have on there are actually below the state averages. Not that we want any numbers to be up, but so I thought that was at least a plus for us. Other than that, submitted budget stuff yesterday. Again, just working through that process.
The guys up here had talked a little bit before you came in about state merger, regional stuff.
The HHS alignment.
Right.
Yeah,
They kind of acted like it was a lot closer than I had realized.
so currently the alignment is working towards behavioral health. Is the system they're working on. There is nothing for the next legislative session that involves public health yet. But it is. So I guess my regional consultant kind of explained it as in public health has a longer runway than some of the other of it. So we're working on it. We're just not off the ground yet.
What does our local county public health look like if all this goes through?
Unknown. They did an assessment in November, the state had a company come in and do an assessment in November. And then put out a document in January, and I think I sent it to you. I don't think I sent it to you guys, but it's out there saying. It was looking at the different ways that they could combine things and how they want to. None of it said what the plan is. This was just here's some ideas that this company says of ways we can combine it. They haven't said what they're planning to do with it, how they want it to look. Some of the things that have been thrown out there is maybe we're probably gonna regionalize. The ultimate goal is to have the same services in every county. So you can go from county to county to county and have the same services, whether that's the public health that's already existing, only doing that, or whether that's contracting and you're in a region and you have a central hub, but they've told us over and over again, we still need boots on the ground. We still need people in that community. So I don't think that we're not going away. I just don't know what the structure is gonna look like yet.
Looks like we're adding another layer of government, so it looks like to me. That always works well.
I'm hopeful that in the end, it actually does make sense. Because
I understand, yeah, I understand their concept, you know, you go into the Walmart and or McDonald's, it's the same no matter wherever you go. I get that concept. But I've also seen where you add that other layer of government, and you get another person and it ends up A, costing more, and B, it doesn't know that it makes it any better.
All of it also depends on legislation, so.
You're like taking the sheriff's office and making a Southeast Iowa Sheriff's Department. Is it gonna make it any better? I don't know. You
Depends
know
on how
what I
it-
mean?
Depends on how the structure.
I
looks at
know,
each of
it's
the
just kind of,
Well, look at mental health, we still don't score very good mental health when the state took it over, it's gonna be better, and
well,
service is the same for everybody, well, it's the same.
I can't argue that, but you can make statistics look however you want, depending on who you ask to, so I'm not saying it's wrong, I question a lot of things sometimes.
Well, I mean, the alignment involves not just public health, it's mental health, DHS is falling under that, environmental health is being. All of this is being all combined
Yeah.
together, so it's one big system.
Okay, we'll see how it goes.
Thanks, man.
Thank you.
Thank you. Great job on the budget yesterday, by the way.
Okay, we've completed our agenda.
Need a motion to adjourn?
Second.
Meeting's adjourned.
Quiet.
Yep, sure. Yeah, we gotta get some numbers anyways. Yeah.